Hello guys, my name is Zuhaib Siddiqui and today we are going to start lesson number 2 of SCSS. In the previous lecture we learned how to make a structure of the website with SCSS and SCSS Bootstrap. So let's start with the coding with the SCSS pattern and how to compile we will learn today. We start with the coding header and we give a class main header and a container dot row dot call empty dot to I'm putting a logo call MD. As you know, the Bootstrap having a 12 grid column grid system. So I break out the column 1 in the 2 and the other then we will break into the 10 column. To 12 column is completed. 2 plus and 10 is equal to 12, as you know. Sorry. We will define in the header file. In the component, I'll open the header file and I'll just start with the header body code, and this is my this is the Bootstrap. We are using 3.4, so go here and go to the component and we are going to use the navigation of the Bootstrap. So you can see this. We are going to copy it, the chunk, and place in the nav 10, and I'm floating. Remove the float container. And remove the branch and I'll just open my index file. This is mashup file. So how do you compile I think we are not getting my actual CSS file. Here you can see CSS file is attached linked, but when we will come in asset.css asset CSS, there is no file. So what should I do? Actually we didn't compile my SCSS file, that's why it's happened. So today we are going to use my Koala. This is the open source software which will help to compile SCSS into CSS. Here is my website blog. You can find a blog about compile SCSS compiler tools. You can see here many of the syntax, how to syntax the SASS, you can learn about the compiling tools of we define many more compiler than to Koala. Here you can read it whole entire article of the compilation of about SCSS. Now we are going to today using Koala. I already have been installed. It has been already installed, so we are opening Koala. So from the beginning we are as CSS drag into a Koala and set output path asset CSS style.css, save it and compile it. And here is a variable undefined function. We are going to make a color variable. We are going to let's try to compile. And you can see when I again delete it and compile it, it generates the style CSS and the mapping file of the style CSS. It is in need of the mapping file. When we will debugging in the browser, you can find the pointing file of the SCSS through the browser. It helps to debugging the SCSS. Now you can see bootstrap grid SCSS is applying, .scss applying. Here is a bootstrap container class, and here is a row, my 2 column and the 2. Now we are going to apply class logo, or we apply here logo, and in header we define the nested element of the main header logo, max width 100%. Here is img auto compile. Okay, much pretty, automatic change, and we just put it down the header. We can see here a nav bar, default nav. I'm copy it and define. I'm overriding the bootstrap styling on behalf of my parent class. Background color transparent, and the border I'm going to be none. Make it none. I think it's nothing happening. So let's see what happened. Yeah, it's applied. And now we are going to making a margin top plus px 10 px. Let's make the 30.